Mombasa is a city on the coast of Kenya, located along the Indian Ocean. It is one of the oldest cities in East Africa. Even before modern times, Mombasa was an important place for people to live and trade. The earliest residents of Mombasa were part of the Swahili community. These people relied on fishing, farming, and trading to survive. They grew crops such as cassava, millet, and coconuts. They also caught fish from the ocean and traded it with nearby communities. The warm weather and access to the sea made Mombasa a good place for settlement and for ships to stop and trade. Trade was very important in early Mombasa. The people traded local products like ivory, coconut oil, and pottery. They exchanged these goods for items from faraway places. Traders from Arabia, Persia, and India began to visit the city. These visitors brought spices, fabrics, ceramics, and glass. They also introduced new ideas and technology. This trade helped Mombasa grow richer and become more organized. Because of its location on the coast, Mombasa became an important stop for ships traveling between Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Arab traders had a strong influence on Mombasa. They introduced Islam, which became the main religion in the city. Over time, Islam shaped the culture, rules, and way of life of the people. Arabs also influenced the language. The Swahili language developed as a mix of local African languages and Arabic words. This created a unique culture that was different from other parts of Africa. Swahili culture included new forms of music, dance, food, and clothing. These traditions made Mombasa special and helped it stand out as a center of learning and trade. As Mombasa grew, the city became more organized. Leaders and elders helped manage trade and protect the town. The people built homes, small markets, and places of worship. The town's location was very strategic because it was easy to defend and close to the sea. Ships could dock safely, and traders could exchange goods quickly. This made Mombasa a target for people who wanted to control its wealth and trade routes. By the early centuries, Mombasa had developed into a busy town. Ships arrived from faraway lands carrying goods, ideas, and new cultures. The people of Mombasa were skilled traders and negotiators. They built strong relationships with visitors from other regions. These relationships helped Mombasa continue to grow and remain important for many years. Even in its early days, the city showed signs of becoming a major hub for trade, culture, and history along the East African coast. The foundation laid in these early years would shape Mombasa's story for centuries to come. In the late 15th century, new visitors arrived in Mombasa from Europe. These were the Portuguese, led by the explorer Vasco da Gama. They were searching for a sea route to India and wanted to control trade along the East African coast. When they reached Mombasa, they found a rich and active city already connected to many trading networks. The Portuguese quickly saw the value of Mombasa's location and decided they wanted to control it. At first, the relationship between the Portuguese and the people of Mombasa was not friendly. The Portuguese used their strong ships and advanced weapons to try to take control of the city. They wanted to dominate trade in the Indian Ocean and remove the influence of Arab traders. This created tension and conflict with the local Swahili people, who were not ready to give up their independence. To strengthen their power, the Portuguese built Fort Jesus in 1593. This large and strong fort was designed to protect their control over the city and the harbor. It became a key symbol of Portuguese rule in Mombasa. The fort was built using strong materials and had thick walls to defend against attacks. Even today, it still stands as one of the most important historical sites in Mombasa. Despite building the fort, the Portuguese faced many challenges. The people of Mombasa resisted their rule, and there were frequent attacks against them. The Portuguese also had to deal with other enemies who wanted control of the region. Life under Portuguese rule was often difficult for the local people. This created a rich and unique culture that could be seen in daily life, from the way people spoke to the way they dressed and cooked. The Omanis also influenced architecture in Mombasa. Houses were built using coral stone, with beautiful carvings and strong designs. Narrow streets and large wooden doors became common in the city. These buildings were not only strong, but also showed the beauty of Swahili culture. Some of these structures can still be seen today, especially in the old parts of the city. Mombasa also became a center of leadership and power along the coast. It was ruled by local governors who represented the Sultan of Oman. Over time, control of the region became closely linked to Zanzibar, which later became the main center of Omani power in East Africa. This connection made Mombasa even more important in regional trade and politics. The period of Omani rule helped shape the identity of Mombasa in a lasting way. It was a time of cultural growth, trade expansion, and stronger community life. The blend of African and Arab traditions created a unique way of life that continues to exist today. Even though there were challenges, this period brought stability and development that helped Mombasa grow into a powerful and respected city along the East African coast. In the 19th century, Mombasa experienced another major change when the British arrived. At this time, European countries were competing to control parts of Africa in what is often called the scramble for Africa. The British were interested in Mombasa because of its strategic location along the Indian Ocean and its importance in trade. They wanted to control the coast and use it as a gateway to the interior of East Africa. The British first gained influence through agreements with local rulers, especially the Sultan of Zanzibar, who had authority over the coastal areas including Mombasa. Later, the British took full control and made Mombasa part of their colony. They established a colonial government and introduced new systems of administration. These systems were designed to help them control the region and benefit from its resources. One of the most important projects during British rule was the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway. This railway started from Mombasa and moved inland toward Lake Victoria. It was built to make transportation of goods and people easier. The railway helped connect Mombasa to other parts of the country, which increased trade and movement. Many workers, including Indians, were brought in to help build the railway. This also added to the diversity of the population in Mombasa. The British also improved the port of Mombasa, making it one of the busiest and most important ports in East Africa. Ships from different parts of the world could dock there, making it a key center for imports and exports. Goods such as coffee, tea, and sisal were transported through Mombasa to international markets. This made the city an important part of the global economy. However, British rule was not always fair to the local people. Many Africans lost their land or were forced to work under harsh conditions. The colonial government made laws that favored Europeans and limited the rights of Africans. This created inequality and led to dissatisfaction among the local population. Despite these challenges, the people of Mombasa continued to adapt and survive. The British also introduced new systems of education, religion, and infrastructure. Schools and churches were built, and roads were improved. Western education gave some Africans new opportunities, but it also changed traditional ways of life. Some people benefited from these changes, while others struggled to adjust. During this period, Mombasa grew into a more modern city. It became an important center for administration, business, and communication. The mix of African, Arab, Indian, and European cultures made the city even more diverse. This diversity can still be seen in Mombasa today. Overall, the British colonial period was a time of both growth and hardship. While the city developed in many ways, the local people faced many challenges under colonial rule. These experiences later played a big role in the push for independence, as people began to demand freedom and equal rights. In the 20th century, the people of Kenya, including those in Mombasa, began to demand freedom from British colonial rule. For many years, Africans had faced unfair treatment. They had limited rights, poor working conditions, and little control over their own land and government. This led to growing anger and a strong desire for independence. In Mombasa, as in other parts of the country, people started to organize themselves and speak out against colonial rule. Political movements began to rise as Africans demanded change. Leaders and activists encouraged people to stand up for their rights. One of the key figures in this struggle was Jomo Kenyatta, who became a symbol of the fight for independence. He and other leaders pushed for unity among different communities in Kenya. They wanted all people, regardless of tribe or background, to work together to achieve freedom. Mombasa played an important role during this time. because it was a major city and a center for communication and trade. News spread quickly through the port, and ideas about freedom reached many people. Workers, traders, and students joined the movement for independence. There were protests, strikes, and political meetings where people demanded equal rights and self-governance. The struggle for independence was not easy. Some protests were met with force from the colonial government. Many people were arrested, and others were punished for speaking out. Despite this, the desire for freedom continued to grow stronger. People were willing to take risks to achieve independence for their country. In the early 1960s, change finally began to happen. The British government started to prepare Kenya for self-rule. Elections were held, and African leaders were given more power in government. These steps led to an important moment in history. On December 12, 1963, Kenya officially gained independence from British rule. This was a day of celebration across the country, including in Mombasa. After independence, Jomo Kenyatta became the first president of Kenya. The new government worked to build a united nation and improve the lives of its people. In Mombasa, changes began to take place. The city continued to grow as an important center for trade, tourism, and culture. The port remained a key part of the economy, helping connect Kenya to the rest of the world. Independence also brought new challenges. The government had to work hard to improve education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. People hoped for a better future, and efforts were made to develop the country. Mombasa continued to attract people from different backgrounds, making it a vibrant and diverse city. The road to independence was a time of struggle, courage, and hope. It showed the strength of the people and their determination to be free. For Mombasa, this period was important because it helped shape the city's role in a new and independent Kenya. Today, Mombasa is one of the most important cities in Kenya. It is well known for its beautiful beaches, warm weather, and rich history. The city lies along the Indian Ocean and attracts many visitors from different parts of the world. Tourism has become one of the main activities in Mombasa. People travel there to enjoy the white sandy beaches, clear blue water, and historical sites such as Fort Jesus. Hotels, restaurants, and tour services have grown to support this industry, creating jobs for many people. Mombasa is also known for its cultural diversity. Many different communities live in the city, including Africans, Arabs, Indians, and Europeans. This mix of cultures has created a unique way of life. You can see this diversity in the food, clothing, language, and traditions of the people. Swahili culture remains very strong and continues to shape daily life. The Swahili language is widely spoken, and Islam is an important religion for many residents, though other religions are also practiced peacefully. The economy of Mombasa depends heavily on its port. The port of Mombasa is one of the busiest in East Africa. It connects Kenya to many countries around the world and plays a big role in trade. Goods such as oil, cars, electronics, and agricultural products pass through the port. This makes Mombasa a key center for business and transport. The city also has industries such as manufacturing, fishing, and shipping, which support its growth. Despite its success, Mombasa faces several challenges. The population of the city is growing quickly, which puts pressure on housing, water, and other services. Some people struggle to find jobs, especially young people. There are also environmental concerns, such as pollution and the need to protect marine life and coastal areas. Climate change is another issue, as rising sea levels could affect the city in the future. The government and local leaders are working to solve these problems. Efforts are being made to improve infrastructure, create jobs, and protect the environment. New roads, bridges, and buildings are being developed to support the growing population. Education and training programs are also helping young people gain skills for employment. Mombasa continues to grow and change while still holding on to its rich history and culture. It remains a place where the past and the present come together. And from its early days as a small trading town to its role as a modern city, Mombasa has always been important. Today, it stands as a symbol of connection between Africa and the rest of the world. The future of Mombasa looks promising. With its strong economy, cultural richness, and strategic location, the city is expected to continue growing. If its challenges are managed well, Mombasa will remain a key city in Kenya and an important gateway to East Africa for many years to come.